Moving on, it's the course that's putting automatic weapons in the hands of regular Aussies. Participants say they're doing it to protect themselves, but others claim there's no place for this kind of training.
Go.
This isn't a war zone, and these aren't soldiers in training. They're civilians, and they're being taught Israeli army techniques just 80 k's outside Melbourne.
Israeli shooting is simple and aggressive.
Around the world, terrorism is on the rise, especially in countries like Australia where it hasn't hit too strong yet, but you know, you don't have to be a genius to forecast the future.
Seems completely over the top.
Avi Yemeni is an ex-Israeli Defence Force soldier who runs a gym that teaches combat skills. After the Sydney siege, he saw the opportunity to train Australians in the art of tactical shooting.
It teaches you how to overcome the fear and to change yourself when you're under attack from being a victim to becoming the aggressor.
I don't think it's necessary for community members to be involved in that training. In fact, I think it's dangerous.
The only requirements for the almost $600 a day course are that participants must be over 18 and have a clean criminal record. And the sessions are in high demand, with the first two selling out in less than 24 hours.
What you're learning there is firstly safety, how to operate your firearm. Then you go into moving while shooting, how to differentiate between targets, so civilians and terrorists or whatever it is, and the intensity goes up.
We like to think that whatever you know contributes to your safety.
Lior Offenbach was brought out from Israel to run the first two courses. The former soldier turned police force detective boasts on his website that he has experience dealing with large violent riots and violent offenders from all walks of life.
God forbid there will be a situation that they will need to use a pistol. They know how to do that.
So why would anyone want to learn to shoot like an Israeli soldier?
I can definitely protect my kids. You never know when things happen in public places, so the ability to respond quickly to anything.
I've got into security. I sort of want to get the best of the best training, and that's why I've come to these guys.
Survival more than anything else. How to focus, how to work quickly, how to think fast, be aware of what's going on around you.
And yeah, hopefully I won't have to use it, but it's better to have those skills just in case.
Critics question the need for military-style training for civilians.
Well, they're not going to have those weapons. I mean, it's illegal to own those sorts of automatic weapons in Australia anyway, and it staggers me that these people have a licence to do what they're doing.
Yes, we don't carry firearms in Australia for self-defence, obviously we know that, but for civilians it's another way to challenge yourself.
The last thing we need is community members putting themselves in harm's way and potentially even interfering in police operations or getting themselves hurt.
Clark's also concerned about the level of anxiety about terrorism reaching our shores.
The incidence of terrorism or disruption of terrorist activities is increasing, but it's not to the point where we need people arming themselves to act against potential acts of terrorism. We should leave that sort of activity to the well-trained police and military forces.
As long as we have the right people in there and we're vetting them properly and they're good people, we've got nothing to worry about.
No, I feel very uncomfortable about that story. I think that we've got the AFP for a reason, and I look at America and think that's the problem with America, is that civilians think that they can use their weapons to violence begets violence.
I think their intentions are good, but as Pricey says, I mean, we just don't have guns here.
No.
So what's the training for?
And I understand a mother who said in a situation where she wanted to protect her children, but you won't have a gun if that happened in a shopping mall. So what are you? You've learnt this and you can't apply it into practice.
If I rocked up with my mates Mustafa and Hamoudi, do you reckon they'd let us train?
Possibly. I'll think about it during the commercial break.
We'll go to that commercial break right now. See you soon.